Across the state are grieving for Breasia Terrell. Davenport Police announced today the human remains found last week are the missing 10-year-old. And new tonight, KCCI's Laura Terrell spoke with community organizers who've been involved in this nearly 9-month-long search.
Breasia Terrell's disappearance last July profoundly impacted many, including community organizers here in Des Moines. On Friday, they plan to hold a vigil here at Union Park so that everyone can mourn together.
We've received confirmation that the remains are those of Breasia Terrell.
A tearful Davenport police chief delivered the news Wednesday. Breasia Terrell's case went from a missing child to a homicide.
Very heartbreaking and very devastating.
Al Womble is part of a group of Des Moines community leaders who drove to Davenport this summer to help search for the missing 10-year-old.
I don't know if anybody can actually use the word closure when we're talking about this because there's still an investigation into her death that needs to happen.
Breasia was last seen on July 9th. She spent the night with her half-brother and his father, Henry Dinkins. Dinkins has been called a person of interest and is currently in jail on unrelated sex offender registry charges.
When we are able to share details on this investigation, we will.
A fisherman discovered Breasia's body last week in DeWitt, about 30 miles from Davenport. Dinkins has not been charged in her death, but police say the investigation is ongoing.
We've been in contact with her mom throughout this entire process.
Des Moines Reverend Rob Johnson also helped with the search and talks with Breasia's mom daily. He's now calling for compassion and justice.
For the family, for Breasia, and for all the babies that are missing, justice has to be served.
This was a beautiful young child. I want them to think about her grace and about her beauty and about kind of the light that she brought into the world to other people who knew her.
In Des Moines, Laura Terrell, KCCI 8 News, Iowa's news leader.
That candlelight vigil again is at Union Park on Friday evening at 7 o'clock. And KCCI has been covering the search for Breasia since July. A statewide Amber Alert was issued on July 15th. Davenport Police, the Iowa
Hey Bree, this is your cousin, and I hope you come home soon.
Hey Breasia, this is TT, and we miss you. We're not gonna give up looking for you, and we can't wait till you get home.
Hey Bree, this is your brother CJ, and I hope you come home soon. I miss you.
Hi Bree, this is Detorious. I miss you so much.
Your cousin Tamaya. I love you. Hope you come to home soon.
Hi Breasia, this is Mommy Amel. I wish you were here for your birthday. Me and your mom are not going to stop until we bring you home. I miss your laugh, your courageousness, your leadership. I miss it all. I just hope you come home soon. We're not going to stop until we bring you home.
This is your Uncle Marcus. Just want you to know that we love you and we miss you and we're waiting for you to come back home. We're looking for you every day and we're not going to give up.
I'm not stopping at a damn thing. I don't care who's in my way. I'm coming, baby. I love you. And happy birthday. You are smart, strong, beautiful, bold, helpful, full of life, caring, loving, perfect. Heavenly eyes, because don't she has them. Truth tellers. She was a wannabe singer. She's a clean freak, bossy as ever, a diva, tomboy, a Curry fan, Kobe fan, dog lover. She was definitely a peacemaker and the emotionalest person ever. She loved her granny and papa, Lorianne and Wade, her big sister. She was a big sister, most definitely. She loved her Titi Shauna and Uncle Mike and Uncle Marcus and Mommy Emma. She was a Moana lover. She loves purple and she loves Jordans. She has, she's full of love, that smile can light up a room, When I'm having a bad day, she's gonna make, even if she's just drawing me a picture to make me feel better. There's plenty of times just recently, almost a week and a half ago, when we just recently had to move, I was crying about that and, also still grieving about my dad. She comes and she wiped tears from my eyes and rubbed my back and sit next to me. She always wants to be up underneath me. She never wants me to leave her side, She sleeps literally right by me, like she's literally my shadow. She loves music, she likes to cook, but she's not all that good. But she's working on it. She loves to help with laundry. She loves to help, help Detorious with homework. She loves to do that type of thing as far she almost the secondary mom in the house.
Wow.
And also the muscle.
Yeah. She's the muscle in the home?
Yeah, she's the muscle. You cannot just meet her and not just love her, that smile, everything about her is funny. Sometimes she, people consider her a little snitch because she don't tell, she just inform things, that's all.
She's 10 years old.
She's not a snitch, she just inform things. If a bug or anything, like I said before, if a bug come down and poop on your windshield, she's going to be like, oh my God, Mom, the bug had flew and it landed on top of Nana's light. It came in through the house when I had came in and it pooped on the window. That's the type of kid she is. She's gonna tell, mm-hmm. She don't care if it's the littlest thing. She's gonna tell you.
Mm-hmm.
If something's not right and something's bothering her, mm-hmm. she's gonna tell you.
As of today, July 14th, we have identified Henry E. Dinkins as a person of interest related to this case. A person of interest is different than a named suspect. A person of interest is someone who has not been arrested or formally charged in this case, but may have information that could assist with the investigation or possess certain characteristics that merit further attention by our investigators. Dinkins is currently in custody on other charges related to a sex offender registry violation. We are asking the public's assistance today for any information regarding Dinkins and associated vehicles during the time frame of Thursday, July 9th from 10 p.m. to Friday, July 10th at 12 noon. We are requesting any information the public may have on Dinkins' whereabouts in the Quad Cities area during that time frame. He is also known to have previous connections to the Comanche and Clinton area. Vehicles associated with Dinkins include a 2007 maroon Chevy Impala, a 2012 black Chevy Camaro, and a 1980s Kings Highway motorhome. All of these vehicles are currently impounded and in the possession of investigators. If the public has any information regarding the whereabouts of Dinkins or these vehicles between the time frames that I mentioned, so between the hours of 10 p.m. on Thursday, July 9th, and noon, Friday, July 10th, we ask they call 911 immediately to share this information with investigators. Photos of both Dinkins and his associated vehicles have been placed on the city website at www.davenportiowa.com/missing child. We ask that the public view these photos and call 911 immediately if they have any information.
Jim, Chief Sikorski also said that the FBI field office operating out of Omaha is assisting in this case. So too are hundreds of people representing all stripes of the Quad Cities communities, thousands of people expressing their outrage online. But the one voice that we still haven't heard yet is that of Breasia's.
10-year-old Breasia, surrounded by family, singing along to her favorite song from Moana.
She likes to speak through music.
Okay, Mom. Is it pretty now?
And a budding TikTok entertainer, together with her mom.
I'm a savage. She's always like, Mom, this TikTok, you should do this TikTok, Mom, you should do this TikTok.
Aishia Lankford.
What's she like?
She has the most biggest personality ever. I mean, any parent would want. You know, she helps, you know. She's a very good big sister.
In this video, Ring Around the Rosie with her 8-year-old brother, Detorious.
Tell me about Breasia. Do you guys get along?
Yeah, sometimes, and then we argue.
Detorious's biological father, Henry Dinkins, arrested Friday night for failing to register his address as a convicted sex offender. Aishia believes he was the last one to see her early Friday morning. Breasia was with him because she was spending time with her little brother.
Supposedly he woke up and Bree was nowhere to be found.
Aishia talked to Dinkins at the Scott County Jail today. Dinkins says he doesn't know where Breasia is, and the family is taking the search into their own hands.
We out looking for her every day, every night. We're not stopping until she come home.
She's always got a smile on her face. Everywhere you go, you're gonna see her smile.
A mother praying for the day that her child is back in her arms.
I've got to tell you, Jim, there were some emotional moments in that press conference this afternoon, some tense moments as well. The family really has taken parts of this investigation into their own hands, printing out T-shirts and these posters with Breasia's smile, hoping that they'll be able to see it again soon. Live in Davenport, Luke Clary, WK.
Quad City Times viewers and readers, my name is Tom Lowy. I'm a reporter for the newspaper, and I am at a memorial set up in the aftermath of the announcement that the remains found in this pond just 3 miles north of DeWitt in Clinton County, those remains were of 10-year-old Breasia Terrell, who went missing from Davenport late in the night of July 9th or in the early morning hours of July 10th. And today came the sad news that those remains were in fact Breasia Terrell's. They were discovered last Monday by 2 fishermen who were coming down to this pond. This pond is kind of at the intersection of 270th Avenue and 215th Street, and like I said, it's 3 miles north of DeWitt. And so those remains were taken out last Tuesday morning, and yesterday they were officially identified, and Breasia's family was informed, and then today, Wednesday, the community was notified by the Davenport Police. So just to take a look at this area here, that's the 270th Avenue right up there on the hill where my red car is located. And so then, as you can see, there is a drive down path. Looks like people could kind of swing around before these branches were placed there. But you could drive a vehicle conceivably down here, especially in the dry months. But here, what we wanted to show you was somebody is thinking of Breasia. We don't know if this is family members or a perfect stranger, but it's somebody that knew that Breasia played and loved basketball, and this was left here for her in the place that she was left. The Quad City Times will continue to cover this story and bring you important updates on it. Thank you.
This news is heartbreaking to both Breasia's family and our Davenport community. Our deepest sympathies and heartfelt prayers are with all of those who are affected by this tragic loss.
the memorial for Breasia Terrell. This event has mostly wrapped up at this point, but you can see there are still memories of those that were here remembering 10-year-old Breasia Terrell. Yesterday, Davenport Police confirmed that the remains found in DeWitt last week were Breasia's, and today dozens of people gathered to remember her and pay tribute to Breasia. Organizers say purple was her favorite color, so you can see this whole river rail is full of balloons, so that way people on both sides of the river can remember Breasia. And if they hope that this also unites the community. So you can see, sorry, I'll step out of the way. There's some that say princess, mostly purple balloons. There's a woman still lighting candles and leaving her a note on that side of this rail. There's another tribute there with flowers or candles. And her name is even spelled out in balloons here as well. We heard that Party City actually gave a discount to those that were buying balloons, and they sold over 1,000 already. These are some signs from some of the kids that knew Breasia and went to school with her. I spoke with them and they said that they were on the dance team with Breasia, and they were shocked that this happened to one of their friends. So you can see, I'm sorry that happened to you. Love, we always love you, Breasia. Justice for Breasia, and then the name of the dance club, which was Royal Drama. So more signs that say Justice for Breasia here. 2021, again, the name of their dance team, which the dance team players or dancers put this out for her. So this is a very emotional night here. We saw a lot of people praying for her. And this is another one of the larger tributes here. You can see there are a lot of candles here, some prayers there. I'll step away so I can let her. There's picture frames for Breasia as well. A lot of the kids dropped off teddy bears here for her. There's a really emotional night for everybody here. You can see it spans out further that way as well. So this started at 6 o'clock, but there were people that are still staying here now. There's more balloons over there. Candles on this bench. Another sign here. In memory of beautiful Breasia, may you now rest in peace, sweet child. So as you can see, you can clearly tell how loved this girl was by the community and how hurt that they are that this young life was lost so soon. You can see more that say princess here. More pinwheels with purple, which we have heard was her favorite color. More flowers left here as well for her. So hundreds of balloons laid out for this 10-year-old girl who had been missing since July, and Davenport Police just confirmed yesterday they'd have found her remains. So it has turned into a homicide investigation. You can see more balloons here. So a beautiful tribute for Breasia. If you want to come by, I'm sure these will be here for the next few days. And this is at Centennial Park in Davenport. So more people are even arriving now to drop off balloons. You can see another small tribute here with an owl and a butterfly. And again, organizers say purple was Breasia's favorite color. So that's why you see this river rail just flooded with purple balloons and love. So there were a lot of kids here, and some of the parents that we spoke to said this hit especially hard for them, knowing that this was a 10-year-old girl. She would have turned 11 a few weeks ago. And the organizer of the Awake Foundation said she requested for the Sky Bridge to be turned purple for Breasia and in honor of her. So hopefully that will turn purple tonight. I'll take you over to this tribute here. And again, this is at Centennial Park in Davenport. You can just see all of the love here that people have for her. And some people even planted purple flowers, so they're here longer than just now. So again, since purple was her favorite color, they paid this whole tribute. And this teddy bear that says "Rip Breasia" on the back. Some picture frames here for her. And some candles saying, "We love you, Breasia, forever in our hearts." Breasia, you will be missed. Your smile was so infectious. Tell my mother and my sister I love them and I miss them. So just a really emotional night for everybody here, with prayers and hoping to cope with this devastating loss. Again, these signs were here from the dance team that Breasia was on. So they came by and wanted to remember her and honor her memory. Here's another sign again. Just a very beautiful and touching tribute here for this young girl. And again, these are the
whose body was found last week north of Davenport. She'd been missing for months. Last night, people gathered to remember Breasia. They say they felt the loss as if it was their own, and they prayed for justice in the case.
They're going to get you. Turn yourself in. End your nightmare. End her family's nightmare. Turn yourself in.
Police are investigating that death as a homicide. If you know anything that can help in the case,
order to report as a child as a sex abuse offender. He's believed to have last been with your daughter. And so he asked for a meeting with you this morning, is that correct?
He originally asked for the meeting yesterday originally, but I mean, my son had questions, you know. They weren't questions that were set up by us, but you know, there were questions that he had wanted to ask him, but Henry's main focus was more on, where's your mom? And you know, it went from that to the point where he
Where's your mother? Or
when he was talking to Detorious, it was more on like, where's your mom?
Okay.
And you know, I felt like, me personally, I mean, I gave it some time, calmed myself down, and I'm like, you know what? Anything could be a lead. I need to set aside my anger and so much hurt that I got going on inside, and you know, go and see what's going on. See, how do I know? You know, he has something to tell me. Maybe his body language will tell me something. You know, something that may, you know, pop, and you know, he may not know that he's giving me, you know, a leeway to something, but like, I would know it. He wouldn't know it, but I would know it. So I would go in nonchalant because I know that he has a soft spot for me. So, I mean, I did just that, and you know, he accepted my call, which was, I mean, he accepted the visit, which was crazy. He accepted it in seconds, must I say. And I came to the phone pretty quickly and picked it up like, you know, hey baby, you know, and I'm like, no, it's hey Aisha. You know, and we went on, and you know, he went on about talking about numerous other things, and yeah, and
you can't go into the conversation because of legal reasons and things,
Yes.
but clear up for some of our viewers, like, how is Mr. Dinkins related to you, or what? How do you know him?
I know Henry. We had a, you know, relationship history a couple years, probably like, I want to say probably like 8.5 years back. You know. We were together for about 2.5, 3 years. You know, him being a sex offender had also surfaced, and his weird ways kind of had me step back, and then him being incarcerated all the time kind of definitely had me step back to a lot of things. And we also have an 8-year-old boy together. Detorious, mostly Lankford. Well, originally Lankford is what we're working on.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. And you know, that leads us into the kind of another question about social media and a lot of the rumors going on. And you told me yesterday on the phone and again today out on the pavement that it's pretty exhausting trying to keep up and deal with everything. Talk a little bit about what you're going through with social media.
I mean, what I'm personally going through with social media is that, I mean, people are taking the spotlight off of the person that was last seen with her, and they're putting up my background up, and you know, they're putting bad words out, they're mixing things up as far as the community, like it's always one story, and you know, they say bad things like, you know, we did a candlelight to give back to the community that did so well, and the ones that did come out, because a lot of them were looking for stories, and I could have pointed quite a bit of them out, but then those were the ones that did not show up to the candlelight, which was great for me. But the candlelight was to give back and, you know, show that, you know, we're here and we're not going nowhere, and we're going to stand strong as a community until Breasia comes home. And I had so much negativity, like, oh, you know, you're doing it about death, and you know, all that type of stuff. And then like I got into an altercation with someone on social media, just, you know, they're gossiping on a post, and it came to a point where it was just like everyone's calling my phone. And it was just like, you know what, I'm just going to take it down, because at this point, I mean, I never really liked it, Facebook anyway. Snapchat was something that I liked because my daughter liked the filters. I mean, I like the filters too, and I like to make everyone else laugh. If a smile count, I'm there. You know, you never know what anyone else is facing and what they're going through. I mean, y'all smiles is what motivate me to do a lot more than what some may think, you know. And I took my Facebook and I took my Snapchat down, and, you know, because of, you know, the public just, you know, they're so bizarre with trying to get a story. They're trying to get hold of something. And like I told them, once we have something, a very good lead, and once everything is pulled together and breeze home, you guys will get the story that you guys have been looking for. You know, I have no problem with that. But at this moment, it's about a little girl. It's about a 10-year-old Breasia Terrell. You know, and some don't understand that. And I mean, some, you know, they say they understand it, but then, you know, they're on the internet and they're just doing the most. And it hurt me, because every time I'm looking at my phone, I couldn't even look at my phone without opening up a Facebook message. I had got over 400 and something friend requests, and many posts that were shared. Some posts that were shared was definitely heartfelt. Some posts that were shared was definitely negative, and I'm pretty sure that one of these they had maybe even talked about, you know what I mean? But I mean, y'all, their opinions, you know, it really doesn't matter at this point. And to me, it was more like a shut up type of thing when I took it down, you know, shut up talking to me. And like a lot of them try to talk to me out in public, and it's more like, okay, we're out here. I appreciate you guys, and I love each and every last one of them for coming out and investing that much time in helping me find my daughter. But it's more like, we're out here for my daughter. You know, all the questioning and on why, you know, that shouldn't matter at this moment, you know, because it's still going. Even, you know, as of yesterday, of course, that we're going to roll into that as well. You know, of course, yesterday, that was hectic. But once again, because of social